What's going on YouTube? It is Pelfrey. Went a little overboard on some feeding recently. My nitrates are doing great. My phosphates went through the roof. My phosphorus checker read 200, which if you don't know anything about the phosphorus checker, 200 is the maximum it will read. But look at the glass. To me, this is a great indicator of high phosphates. Whenever my phosphates are relatively low, the glass does not cloud up like this, especially so quick. So I've cut back on the heavy feeding. I just had a super heavy hand last weekend, and I don't want to kill the corals, obviously, but the stag up there looks good. The green slimer looks good. I know the base doesn't look that great right there. This stylo, I don't know if it's ever going to be happy where it's at. This Jason Fox stylo looks pretty good. And I moved the PC Rainbow because it does not look very good. But let's take a look at some previous test results real quick. Now that we have that out of the way, I do need to order more reagents for the alkalinity and the phosphorus checker. Talking to Scurvy, and I'm seriously considering doing the Triton method on here. I mean, I have the big Refugium already, and Triton recommends DKH of 8, and mine jumped up from like 8.6, 8.7 to 9.1. I'm going to finish off the little bit of calculator that I have in here. You can see it's almost gone, and then I'm just simply going to turn this off. And with all the coralline algae in the tank, I'm hoping that the out consumption drops, you know, not super quick, but drops at a steady pace. The sand bed is still a disaster from adding the new rock here, so I have been going in and blowing it off. But aside from that, guy on Reef to Reef set me up with a guy that sells pods, and they're very hard to see, but you can see there goes the ATO. I feel like fish a hex every time I start talking in here. The ATO goes off, but you can see these guys are active. They've been sitting in the sump now for about 4 hours, and here's another container of them. And wow, I mean, completely thrilled with this. So without a doubt, it is for sure time to break up the Tunze glass cleaner and get this glass cleaned up. Now, I will be putting the pods into the tank tonight whenever the lights go off. And I do have the lights on the lights, and you can hear the fans on and blowing. So I'm gonna turn the blues back on, get this glass cleaned up. Oh, another thing, let's go look at this real quick. And I'll take you all on a goose hunt all the time. Now that's why I bought the Fish and Hex Phyto for the pods. So I did decide to cover up the brute container because it's cold out here. Let's see if you can even see this on the screen or not. So the concrete's 56, this little mat is 60, and the brute is 78. So my thought process with covering this up is, number one, it drops down on the evaporation, and I don't have a 10-gallon brute top, so this is what I've just done for the time being. Number two, it'll help not turn the heater on all the time. So I do have it set at 81 degrees, and it stays 79 to 80 degrees, something like that. But that was my thought process, because the other night when it got real cold, the concrete was like 45 degrees. And it is a little warmer out today, so that is a plus for sure. And like I said, the brute's 76, 78. So ideally, cycling this rock in the fall or the spring would be better. In the summer, that water would probably be way hotter than 80 degrees. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. The glass is all cleaned up, and I'm actually using the Aquarium Cam app Krabby on Reef to Reef, I think it's Krabby 48, said something to Scurvy, which is Scurvy or Scurvy's Reef, depending on what platform you find them on. It's amazing how I remember these names. But anyway, I got word that this app would be perfect to record with blues on. So it does not record in 4K, but 1080p is fine by me. I really don't care. 4K, 1080p, 7, whatever. But the app is awesome, but it is going to cost you, after tax, I'm in Kentucky, like $3.17. But it does take amazing pictures. Let's put some of them pictures in right now. Now that you've seen the pictures, this is what the reef tank looks like using the Aquarium Cam app from my phone. There's my lights are on the exact schedule that they normally run, and it looks pretty great to me. I mean, the sand looks a little wider to me, but it looks pretty great to me. And I'm not even using a gel filter, so you know the hammers are looking pretty good. The Scalimia, it's always a showstopper. A-cans, that one in the back there is kind of washed out a little bit. The stylo looks pretty good under the app. Enchilada and the brain coral look pretty good. The green slimer looks pretty good. The stag looks pretty good. Everything looks relatively great while using this app. And again, it was worth the $3 that I paid for it easily. So the pods have been sitting in the sump now for about 8 hours, and I was instructed to add them to the tank when the lights went off. So now I'm going to turn the video off, turn the Refugium light off so that I can get the interior light on so you can see me add the pods to the sump, and we can finally get them added to the tank. And the reason that you want to do it this way is because you don't want the fish to just consume everything that's in there. So I'm actually going to add them to the chaeto and then let them populate or do whatever they're going to do. There's 2 bottles in there. I'm hoping that stretches out pretty far for me, and I just realized my auto top off is pretty low, so I'm probably going to fill that up while I'm at it. But hang on a second, and I'm going to get the lighting just right so we can see me add the pods to the tank. So I got the auto top off filled up all the way, and now let's add these bad boys to the tank. We're going to add them to the Refugium section, and what we're going to do here is dip this container down here, get some water in it, make sure that we got them all. And again, the lights are off on the display so there can be no hunting going on. I'm gonna do this one more time here. Switch it around. That should be pretty good. Let's put that just right there for now. Get this out of the way. Dump this second bottle in here. Oh, sorry about that. I got a little wobbly. Fill it up with tank water. Dump it in there. Fill it up. And this section's mad. Now we're gonna move that there, and that's it. So pods have been added to the tank, and as always, be sure to check me out on Instagram at Pelfrey's Reef. Check me out on my website at pelfrey.net. I'll catch you on the next one. Oh, hey, if you want to know where I got these pods from, then just let me know and I will send you the Reef to Reef link to where I got them from. They were super, super, super healthy. Appreciate you all. Catch you next time.